But I've been playing a lot of what's it called? Why is it still not doing that? Why is it still not doing that? This might be a lost cause here, to be honest with you. It might be a lost cause because it's just not letting me. I do not know what's going on. I'm live streaming, but it's saying that I'm not. It's saying that I'm not, even though I am. Oh, now it's working. Guess it just takes a couple of seconds, even though everything's flipping blurry. Let's move this over here. I just don't want to put much on this on my screen. I will give you my YouTube channel so that you can maybe tune in. I mean, it's going to be a bit delayed. Hopefully this works. That's true. I'm not sure if you can see this. Yeah, I know. So, I think it's control. Is it control? Oh yeah, rulers. Okay, so bring this down. As you can see, it's a bit sort of like this part here is not lining up to this part. These parts are just slightly off. The top of the helmet is... See, that's the thing, because the top of the helmet's lining up. The top and the bottom of the helmet is lining up pretty well. It's just everything in between that's not doing such... I mean, it kind of gets a little bit... it's a bit frustrating, this is. Because everything else kind of lines up. Hang on. Oh, that is so annoying. That is so annoying, that is, isn't it? Look at that. The front and the back line up pretty well. The front and the back line up pretty well, actually. Yeah, the front and the back are pretty accurate. So, I think in this particular case, it might be the better idea maybe to modify the side. But the thing is that these... see, the AI actually hasn't done a terrible job. It's not done a bad job. It's just this side piece that's causing an issue. Yeah, it's just this side piece. Let's see. The front and the back are pretty good. And so is this. I mean, if you look at this, this is really well, really nicely aligned. Like if we look here at the if we press, I don't know, B and then put paintbrush on top of it, maybe. New layer. I think that's it. New layer. So if we look at this, turn the size down a little I've not used Photoshop for such a long time. If you look at this, these parts line up really well. Change it to green. These parts line up really well. And like this part here isn't too bad. I mean, you could get away with this. This part here and this part, again, you could get away with that. But it's just new layer. This part to this part. And this part to this part. Like, this is where it really starts to fall apart, no pun intended. I'm not sure if you're chatting in, like, you know what I mean? That's where it really starts. It's this whole boxy area, this whole area here. This issue. What do you mean? Problematic. I think it's landed pretty well, to be honest with you. I think the doing's lined up pretty well. Oop, flip. Oh, okay. Is it? Which section's that? I can't see that section. Which section? I might be blind. Let's see. I'm trying to see which section it's missing. Sorry. Oh, I see. It's this part here, isn't it? It's this part here. It's this part here. I see what you mean now. I see what you mean. Is that the part? Because it's not appearing here, is it? It's not appearing here. I see what you mean now. Yeah. But the thing is, I mean, that's not such an issue. Because you could always, like, you know, draw the topology, like going down this way and stuff, and then just, this is quite easy to do. I mean, worst comes to the worst. You could just do your best to draw it. You can't really draw it in, can you? If you don't really first with that sort of thing. So you're wanting to 3D print this as well? Ah. Have you thought about how you're going to do it? Like, have you planned it out, or have you thought about how you're going to do it? It's a really nice design. It is a really nice. It's very slightly medieval. This whole neck area. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, Makes sense. Right. I mean, have you ever like done anything like this before, or is this your first time doing this sort of thing? Oh, okay. Yeah, but even in ZBrush, you're gonna have to have reference images. Personally, if it were me, I'd actually try to, I don't know, do it in sections. I don't know. I would definitely do these side parts separately, because they're not currently lining up. And do you even have like a graphics tablet? Again, you would need one of those to use ZBrush. What do you have an actual iPad or Android tablet? That could be an issue, couldn't it? Personally, I mean, I think that going down the whole ZBrush sculpting approach, I mean, that's just, even I wouldn't go down that road, because then you're gonna have to retopologize it just to bring down the poly count. It's just more hassle than it's worth. It's just not worth it. Especially if you want to mass produce these things. You know, if you want to make variations of helmets, it's going to take you such a long time to. I just noticed that. That's not even a full-on side view. I mean, look at this. This isn't even a full-on side view. This isn't even a full orthographic view. This isn't even a full orthographic view. It's tilted towards this direction. It's kind of like, yeah, that side view is not good. That actually, maybe that's what's throwing it off. Maybe that is what's throwing it off. Now that I think about it, that could be throwing it off. Let me just try something. I'm actually gonna bring up my. I was playing Red Dead Online the other night, so let me just see if I can. I need you to make. AI. It can be the life or the soul of the party. Okay, so let me see if I can actually ask ChatGPT to do that. Go on, you knobhead. Oh, you little. What are you doing, you muppet? Oh, of course. Now you have to upgrade. Ain't gonna happen, buddy. It's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna upgrade when the service that you've been providing to me is pretty shit so far. So I'm not gonna upgrade. Why would why would I do that? Image into a side. Right, so let's try this. Turn these images into side full orthographic. Stop on this. Go on. There we go. Let's see what it does. See, I know what you mean though. See, it didn't even do it. Oh, it's working on it. It's working on it. Here we go. Lots of people are creating images right now. Oh, of course it. The other day, I waited at least 45 minutes, and it still had not created the image. And I'm like, dude, why the hell would I pay you to sit and wait 45 minutes at least for you to make an image? Why would I do that? It was. Let me see if we can do something else here. Okay. Right, so I mean, it's still not going to really... I mean, see, it's tilted at... See, I don't think it's the side... Yeah, I don't think it's really the side that's the issue. Because it's only tilted towards us horizontally, not vertically. Because these 2 points are lining up. Like, these 2 points are lining up. But these are not. Like, even this... What about the front to back? Side to back? That's strange. It's matching... But it's like it doesn't... It's like the AI got confused. Let me see. Nah, it's just not lining up properly, is it? Man. My friend's talking to me. Right, so I'm trying to figure this out. Because the side view is what's causing the problem here. But like you said, yeah. It's like you said, it's not. This might suck, and I know that you're not gonna want to hear this, but so what was your concern again? Was it just like were these vents your main concern? Was this your main concern? Was that your main concern? Oh my god, what the fuck is AI doing? Yeah, that's even worse, isn't it? Okay, right. Right. See, even this point doesn't like. See, even this doesn't line up, does it? Like even this. Even this. Even this is different to this. Like even this. I mean, if you look at this, the side doesn't. The side of this does not do that. It just goes straight into it. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, I can see what you mean now. I'll tell you what you would love. It's fucking expensive though. Is probably like something like plasticity for something like this. It's more of a sort of a CAD. It's sort of it's really good. It's like Fusion 360 mixed with Blender. It's like if Fusion 360 and Blender had a baby. That's what plasticity would look like. I'm still learning to use it myself. I mean, if you have like I mean, there are a lot of tutorials out there. It's very CAD based. It's very CAD based, though. So if you're not really familiar with mechanical engineering and trying to think. I'm trying to think right now. What's he saying to me now? Right, so what I'm thinking is you find anchor points and you work from there. Work on like the main forms. So for example, we know, but actually does that even work? See, here's the question. Here's the question. Because obviously, these are just very different. They're just very different. Do you want this sort of design or this sort of design? Because this model is going to take a lot of compromising. It's going to take a lot of compromising. You're going to have to try and find a middle point. Right. Okay. Front view is perfect. The side. See, I kind of like this. I kind of like the side as well, but I kind of like this as. See, there's nothing wrong with. I mean, obviously you know this. There's nothing wrong with. Like for example, this. Let me spoon. I wish I had my flipping Wacom plugged in. This could come down like all the way there. Doesn't have to come down here. It's so difficult though, isn't it? It's especially with like an organic shape like this. Weapons are easy to work with, but something like this, which is like really organic. Oh, it's so different, isn't it? I've just realised it's so different. It's so different. I'm starting to realise how different it is. Because in the front view, it comes all the way down here. But in this, it stops there. It just, like, stops. I just realised how different they are. Okay, so... like, in an ideal world, this would... where's it going? Where the hell's my mouse going? This would come down here. Like this. Actually, no, it looks like it comes down to this point. Like that. And, you know, this is what it might take. It might actually take you sitting there and actually... and this would actually come down here as well. Like that. I need to plug my Wacom in at some point, I think. Because I'm drawing with the mouse right now. So that means that this here would continue down here like this. And then you have like topology that goes like this. Like that. And then you need a bit of a break here. Like that. And then that's where that part comes in. But then you have to think the only issue there is that if you do that, how are you going to make this piece here curve around the helmet like that? Okay. Oh yeah, I can see what you mean, yeah. Yeah, this part is just weird, this part here. This part... so, are they the... okay, right, so... I mean, at least in this second part, at least in that one, at least in that view, it got it right. At least in that view, at the front vent, it got that part right. Sort of. That front vent, yeah, it got it right. Just ignore the front part, just ignore the bottom part. It's just angling it, it's just trying to angle it weird. I'm not sure what the problem with is with the back parts and the other parts. I'm not entirely sure. This is why I would love a fucking good concept artist. I mean that one that you just sent me looks really good. And it said that's the top view. I mean, to be honest with you, could probably get away with it if you used things like I can't even use this stuff in here. I hate this stuff. Like for example, you can go from here to here to here and then to here, then down to here, like in Photoshop. So what you could do is you could actually pick out the main landmarks. Go from here to here. No, that's not right, is it? Alt. I've not used Photoshop for this sort of thing, you know. Pen tool. And then you can actually use Photoshop. Just come in and move these things around. So that you can try and work with what you've got. And then try to come up with your own concept. If that makes sense. Move that there. Maybe move this back a little bit. Oh, bugger. See, I suck at Photoshop. I suck at Photoshop. So, curvature tool. So if I go from here to here to here to here to here, then to here, then I go into pen tool. Are they the pen tool? Pen tool. And I just move these around like this. Then you can actually start to create your own concept just by drawing lines and stuff. If that makes sense. Personally, I can't stand Photoshop. Like, it's just too complicated to use, and if it were me, and I were to be in your shoes, I would I don't know. Work on the side view, because that's the one that needs the most work. That's the one that needs your care, because obviously that's the most important part. The side profile is really important. But yeah, that's not, I think we've established that's why it's not lining up. I'll tell you what though, there are a lot of Chris's on the server. There are a lot of Chris's on the server. Maybe Chris's are just incredibly creative. I don't know. Are you right-handed or left-handed, would you say? Obviously you know what you are, but let's see. I'm left-handed myself. Let's see. Okay, let's go over here, and then we're going to move this. No, I don't want to move things like that. Like that. No, don't do that, you little bugger. This is why I hate Photoshop. Ah, Photoshop, stop being a little dickhead. No, don't do that. Really? Turns off? What do you mean turns off? Just stops working. How do you play video games then? Ah. Well, I've got ADHD, so well. Yeah. I can see what I mean though. It's tough. It's tough because the side profile is really important. I mean, true, but it's not that simple. It's not that simple. Wish it was. I don't know. AI doesn't have the same intricate thinking as you and I do. It doesn't. I mean, I think it did its best. Oh my god! Look at. What the fuck? It's made it even worse. The fuck? That's not even a side view. That's not even a top view. It's added panels that aren't even there on the side view. I'm trying to think. And you have like a 3D printer or someone that you can go to 3D print this stuff, or? Wow, you're lucky. I don't have one. Never even tried it. Let me see. See, the thing is, I don't want to make any promises, but I mean, I love a challenge and stuff. The thing is, I could probably try to make this work. I could probably try to just, using Photoshop, just try and come up with like a halfway point. But I don't want to say, oh yeah, I can do it. I don't want to say that, and then you're sitting there waiting like, oh yeah, has he done it? I don't want to do that to you, you know. But obviously, if you're going to continue to do stuff like this in the future, something like this needs to be a regular thing. Yeah, but I'd like to help you, you know, because I love a challenge. Like, for example, I know that this part here needs to come back a little bit more. So why is it doing that? Wait, I can't. You know, work with me or what? No, of course it flipping isn't. Of course it isn't. So I can actually draw this all the way here, all the way here to like there. Ooh, yay. It all depends. If it's a fictional thing that they've created, or if it's something that they have reference images for. But I can see what you mean. I can see what you mean. It's so funny. It's not funny in like a ha-ha kind of way, but I know that in plasticity, this may not be such a problem. Really? Well, okay. I can probably tell you how he did it. I can probably tell you how he did it. And I have worked in this way before. And actually, this is how a lot of games development teams work. Say for example, like a concept artist will give you like I don't know, like he said, an angle slightly side front, and then the 3D model artist will look at it, and then they will start to model it, and then they will send an image of the model that they're working on to the person, and then they will say, oh yeah, can you change this, can you change that a little bit, and they just keep changing and changing and changing, and then they say oh yeah that's good, yeah, that's what I see in my head. That's pretty much how it works with that sort of thing. You just have to keep going back and forth. And if they actually ask you to make changes, then you make them, you send it back to them. If they don't like it, you make more changes. It's just having good communication with the person that you're making the thing for. There has to be very clear communication between you and the person that you're making it for. That's pretty much what it's all about. Because I've had to work like that before. I've had to work like that before when I've created things like games engines and stuff, where I've only had like one image. It's a long and lengthy process, and that's why I'm thinking for you, it needs to be something more streamlined, especially if you're wanting to sell these things on Etsy. It needs to be more sort of streamlined, because it's not a games engine, is it? It's not a game that's going to take a couple of years to make. It's something that you're going to want to do like every month, so it needs to be more streamlined. I think. Well. Yeah. Well, I mean, can you even afford that? Can't get that every week. Do you mean crank a new helmet out every week or what? Damn. Wow. I mean, if someone's going to be helping you to, I don't even know if you can do that, to be honest with you. I think once a week is going to be difficult, because you're going to have to readjust concept art and everything. Okay. I thought that you're going to be actually selling the helmets. Okay. I thought you're going to actually be selling the helmets. Like sending the helmets to them in the mail. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, my mistake. Yeah, see, I'm just looking at this. I'm just looking at this helmet and like, are you still looking at my screen? At my whatever it is. Like even this is right here. Like even this, like this angles down here. These parts angle down here, but here they're straight. I suppose that could be this part here, I suppose. Yeah. I mean, personally, if it were me trying to make this, let's look at the back. Let's look at the back. Okay, so it's very it just sucks because the back and the front is almost perfect, but the side, no, it's the sides. See, it's elongated here. Like here is longer than here. But I do like your approach. I do like your approach. A lot of people would just try to make helmets that, I don't know, replicate, I don't know, Clone Wars stuff. But people want original designs. People want unique designs. They don't want to look like everyone else, do they? They don't want to look like everyone else. In cosplay, they want original designs. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I've never done cosplay myself, but I've seen videos. Have you seen that video where there's like an escalator and there's like flipping like fucking like 30 or 50 Mandalorians just walking down the escalator? I'm like, dude, like every one of those people has their own unique outfit. It's so badass, and all different shapes and sizes and stuff. Damn, it's so cool. I really want to help you. I really want to help you because I want to be good. I want to be good at this sort of stuff myself. I do. Let's see. Damn, that's a lot of Mandalorians. I'm guessing that oh, that guy's wearing a. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. That guy's wearing a cowl. He's wearing a hood over his helmet. That's a nice touch. That is a nice touch. Wearing a hood over his helmet. That's a nice touch. I think that's why I love cosplayers, because they're so unique. They are so beautifully and creatively and artistically unique. And it's so amazing to see their costumes, because each and every one of these people, you got a Mandalorian woman that looks like a flipping Predator. You got one that looks like a flipping Yoda. Ah, man, it must be such an incredible community. It must be such an incredible community. The cosplay community must be so incredible. I would get into it myself, but I can't even afford it, and like I wouldn't even know where to start. But these seem like my type of people. They really seem like my kind of people. just they are expressing their own uniqueness and creativity. It's like you can see their thought processes and their creativity in what they're wearing. And it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And I'll tell you what, making 3D printed armor or whatever for these guys, it must make them so fucking happy. I'm sorry to swear, but it must make them so fucking happy to say, yeah, I'm wearing a unique helmet. I'm wearing a unique piece. This is me. I am expressing myself through my cosplay outfit. It's so cool. I love it. I love it so much. But I wouldn't even know how to get into that stuff. I wouldn't even know how to get into that stuff. I wouldn't even know where to begin. And if I went to like a cosplay, I'd be like, oh yeah, I look like crap compared to all these lovely people, because I'm just like a noob. I wouldn't even know where to begin. Let's have a look at yours. Wow. What inspired your what inspirations did you get from what inspired yours? Yeah, but I mean, if you're printing your own stuff, if you're 3D printing your own stuff, then it's not that expensive, is it? Okay. Very interesting. Where did you get your things like, okay. So let me ask you, 3D printing. Do you think that you could, I love your helmet, by the way. It's like a cross between the Mandalorian and, what are they called? Do you know those, they're not stormtroopers, are they? You saw them a lot on Endor. When they were chasing down Luke and Leia on their speeders. It's a cross between Mandalorian armor and... They're not called shock troopers, they're called something else. You saw them a lot on Endor. Yeah, scout troopers, yeah. Your helmet looks like a cross between like a Mandalorian helmet and a scout trooper helmet. Yeah, that slit up the front. It's really cool. Like, it's really... Oh, man. I want to get into this now. I really want to get into this now. I want to, like, make armor for cosplayers and stuff. So where did you get your chest armor? Because that looks really cool. I mean, especially to get it to fit you. I mean, that must be difficult. Because all cosplayers come in like different shapes and sizes and stuff, so it must be like, how do you say, oh yeah, I need this specific size? Like, how does that even work? It must be so cool. I tell you what, this is kind of embarrassing, but it's not embarrassing. I'm not ashamed of it. But maybe like in 2018, I was working for British Telecom, and like I had this. I'm like 6 foot in real life. I'm 6'4", and I had this nice long blue coat that went down to my knees, and I brought this really nice thick chunky steampunk watch, and I wore a waistcoat and all this stuff and nice boots because I wanted to stride down the street looking like the Doctor, like a cross between David Tennant and Matt Smith. I wanted to stride down the street looking like the Doctor. This nice knee-length coat with a nice flipping chunky steampunk watch and a waistcoat. Because I felt so good when I looked like that. I felt so good and so confident when I looked like that. Just making myself look like the Doctor. Like a cross between the 10th and the 11th Doctor. Yeah. I did that for like at least 2 years. It just gives you a confidence, and I don't know why. Because it just expresses your creativity. Okay. Okay. So how do you get a scaled mannequin of yourselves? Like how do you do that? It mustn't be easy. Oh yeah, oh my god, yeah, man. I wasn't a fan of like the 11th Doctor that much, but when he wore that flipping badass steampunk flipping outfit, that slightly off purple coat that went down to his knees, and his flipping boots and his waistcoat and stuff, my god, for me then he was the Doctor. Before that, he just looked like a teenager. But when he wore that steampunk outfit, I'm like, oh my god, he looks so fucking badass. Yeah, that's the one. That is so fucking cool. I'm sorry to swear, but that's so fucking badass. I don't know, even his hairstyle changed. Do you know, I loved, I think one of the most terrifying 11th Doctor trailers. But it wasn't terrifying, but there was this one part, I think it was the Christmas special, where he got stuck in, is it Christmas Town or something like that? He was stuck, he got stuck in Christmas Town. I think that's what it was called. And he couldn't get out. I don't know. It might be where he was aging like really. He was like aging really quickly. Yeah, he was like aging really quickly. And like I remember seeing the trailer for that, and like you saw Clara running through a town called Christmas. You saw her running, and there were explosions going on, and the Daleks had actually found the Doctor. The Daleks had actually found, and the Cybermen had actually found the Doctor. And in the trailer, the Daleks were like, "That Doctor is regenerating." It's like they did not want him to regenerate, because they knew that if he regenerated, he would become a threat. And for me, that was so powerful when they were like, "The Doctor is regenerating." I was like, oh my god, that's so fucking powerful. Because the Daleks wanted to stop him from... the Daleks wanted to stop the Doctor from regenerating. Because they knew that if he regenerated, he could stop them. I mean, it's understandable. But I mean, when they said that, I was like, that gave me goosebumps. I was like, whoa. It's like the Cybermen and the Daleks are trying to stop him from regenerating, so that they can kill him. I mean, that's how fucking badass he is. Personally, who's your favorite? Who would you say that your favorite Doctor is? I should probably end the stream, shouldn't I? I should probably end the stream.